Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on Fantastic Talks, and a happy new year to all of you guys as well. It has been a hot minute since I've done a video for you guys. Obviously we've just had the holidays, so I was just taking a much needed break, just getting back into the swing of things to do with work and stuff after the new year's just begun. And now I'm back to do a video for you guys. And I felt like doing this one in particular because with Sonic at its peak right now, thanks to Shadow, the year of Shadow's just been and gone. We've got a new Sonic racing game on the way called Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I thought I would come and do my first video for the new year by putting together a character wish list I would like to see in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. You guys have been enjoying my tier list lately to do with like character wish lists. For those that might have seen my Dragon Ball videos when Sparking Zero was coming out, I did quite a few wish lists for that. You guys really enjoyed my last Sonic Racing Crossworlds video, sharing my thoughts on that and what I'm hoping to see. So I thought I'd come and do a tier list video of what characters I want to see exactly. So, as you can see, I've already put together some characters. Now, I'm going on the basis of, I assume Sonic Racing Crossworlds is meant to be a sequel to Team Sonic Racing, kind of, I think. Because the way the teaser trailer was shown, Shadow's car looks pretty much the same as it looked in Team Sonic Racing. So I've taken into consideration the characters that were in that game are most likely going to come back for this game too. I mean, the obvious ones would be obviously Sonic. Oh, I've switched them around. Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Rouge, Omega. Switched them around again. They were in it from the get-go. Be weird if they weren't in it. Amy as well, obviously. Now, characters I'm hoping I would like to see make it into the game, which should have been in Team Sonic Racing. Don't know why they left them out. Cream, oh no, Big was in it too. But weird that Cream wasn't to go alongside these two. Now, I know it was cool to see the Chow, and they had their own little Chow-mobile, whatever, but I would rather have Cream with Cheese being with her, and maybe she could ride a Chow-mobile. I think that would be quite interesting, because I just thought it was weird that Cream wasn't in the game with Amy and Big. It just seems a bit weird that they cut certain characters out from these like very well-known teams and replaced them with other people, especially with Vector. Vector was a weird one, because Vector ended up being with Silver and Blaze. No Espio and Charmy, so that was very odd. I hope that Espio and Charmy do make it in the game to join with Vector. Obviously, we can expect Dr. Eggman, we can expect Metal Sonic, Silver and Blaze. There's still a lot of love for Silver and Blaze, and Sega have barely done anything with them, apart from, like, obviously putting them in Speed Battle and in Sonic Forces mobile game, and they were in Team Sonic Racing, so hopefully they will make a return. Along with Zavok. Zavok, I reckon we could expect as, like, the big Zeti member. Now, if you're doing a racing game, and obviously there's been talks of riders, possible riders' influence coming back to the game, considering what was shown in that teaser trailer for the game. When Shadow starts up his car, in the background there looks to be a board-shaped looking object, sort of hung up on the wall, covered in some sort of like sheet or cloth. And obviously it made people speculate, is Riders somehow coming back, or was it just a mere Easter egg? A lot of people, including me, is hoping that there's more to that. So I'm hoping the Babylon Rogues will somehow make a return. Considering it's a racing game, I feel like it's weird that the Babylon Rogues wouldn't be in it. And if they're not going to do anything with Babylon Rogues in any other game in the mainline games, then I don't see why they just can't put them in this game in particular, considering it is a racing game. I would love Jet, Wave, and Storm to come back, because we have not seen them since Free Riders, apart from like the IDW comics recently, but I would like to see them in a game again, because it's been way too long. I'm hoping they have their boards. If Riders mechanics is being implemented into this game, something tells me that it won't. So God knows what kind of vehicles they'll have. Maybe Jet will have some sort of like beak-shaped cart of some sort of taking inspiration from his own face, maybe, I don't know. Same with Wave and same with Storm, I don't know. Similar to how like Omega's car looked like he like transformed into a cart. Sort of like that. You know, and obviously Eggman's like Eggmobile and such like that, you know, so maybe we could get something similar for Jet and stuff like that. So yes, I'm hoping Jet, Wave and Storm will come in, because another thing that annoyed me about Team Sonic Racing is that it just felt really limited. with characters. When you look at like games like Sega All-Stars Transformed, there was so many you could play with. Not just some Sonic characters. You had a lot of like other Sega characters, and like Ai and Ulala, I think, San Diomigo, I think, and a bunch of other Sega characters. You know, so I'm hoping that if this is just going to be a Sonic-centric racing game, I'm hoping they'll bring in a lot more characters to fill the void. Because we don't know what on earth Crossworlds is meant to mean. But I'm hoping if it's going through like different worlds and different timelines maybe, I'm hoping we'll get to see like Silver's future, the futuristic city that the Babylon Rogues are in, maybe Little Planet from Metal Sonic, I don't know, maybe stages from Blaze's world like that we saw in Sonic Rush. That'd be really cool to see come back. Zavok's planet, that'd be really cool too. Lost Hex, I think that was. Just stuff like that, I don't know. But it's too soon to judge and tell what to expect. But these are the characters I really hope we get to play with, because I just feel like it'll be too limited again and feel like Team Sonic Racing again. But it depends what we get and what we see for gameplay. Now, hear me out. Chaos and Black Doom. Chaos, I think, would be a really nice comeback, considering he was really wasted in Sonic Forces. We haven't seen him since. I don't know if he's in any of the mobile games to play as. I'm not sure. But I think it'd be really interesting. I'm pretty sure I mentioned him in my previous Sonic Racing Crossworlds video, where it'd be really cool to play as him in some sort of like watermobile or some sort of like chaos-shaped like cart of some sort where it's made out of water. I think that'd be really cool. That could be a transformation of his of some sort, and you see Chaos Zero like sort of come out in the cockpit, sort of fused with the car. I don't know. I think that'd be really, really cool to see. Just give us some really new and fresh characters we haven't seen in a very long time come into this game. If they really want to sell this game, I just don't see this game selling as strong, because Team Sonic Racing, I don't know how well that did, but it died pretty quickly. You know, I just don't think it had a lot of replay value. And considering there was no DLC, I really hope they make the most of it in this game and sort of like redeem themselves, basically. So I would love to see Chaos come back, and I think it'd be a really nice, a really fresh character to play as. If they're not going to bring him in for anything else, I really hope he'll be a racing character. Just because why not? It'd be funny. It'd be something new. It'd be really cool. Imagine kicking everyone's ass as Chaos, just sort of beating everyone in the race. That'd be really cool, I think. Same with Black Doom. Considering how we've just had Shadow Generations, Black Doom's pretty well loved again. He was a really cool boss in Shadow Generations. Hopefully he's being teased for a Shadow spin-off movie or some sort, considering what Shadow's backstory was teased in the film, very subtly as well. So I'm hoping Black Doom can make the cut. I think that'd be really cool. He could have some sort of Black Comet inspired cart of some sort of Black Arms creature he could sort of like ride on. I don't know. I think that'd be really sick. Because why not? I think that'd be really, really cool. Imagine the dialogue him and Shadow would say when they would sort of race past each other. Because Team Sonic Racing had like in-game dialogue when you were racing with everyone. So I think that'd be kind of interesting. I'd really love that. So please, Black Doom. I think, because why not? I think that'd be really sick. Same with Mephiles. Mephiles is being loved again. He's been introduced in, I think, Sonic Forces Speed Battle, I believe. Same with Infinite. If they're only bringing these characters back for those kind of games, I don't see why they can't just bring them for this type of racing game. So I would love Mephiles and Infinite to come back. Mephiles would be really cool. I think I said this in my previous video, where he could have like a crystallized cart of some sort of formed with him, or he sort of summons into like through himself. I don't know. That'd be really cool. Sort of embodies like the cart. I don't know. That'd be really cool. I'd love Mephiles to come back in that way if they're not going to bring him in for anything else. We've just had him in Shadow Generations 2. I would love for him to be part of my main like character roster. Same with Infinite. Infinite could have some sort of like illusion-y cube type cart of some sort. I think that'd be really cool. Because God knows when on earth we're going to see him ever again. I don't think we're going to see him. I'll be surprised if we ever see him again after Forces. God knows where he is. God knows if he's still alive. So I don't see why they just can't bring him in a racing game. Just to, I don't know, have him be playable again. Same with Emerald. I think Emerald will be a really nice addition to the game, because he's a very loved character. He was in the animation prologue for Shadow Generations, which was really cool to see. It was really nice to see him come back for that. I know I could have said General, but I've put him down here for reasons I will say later. But I feel like Emerald is the most like recognizable, the most loved one, I feel like. So he's the original. So I wouldn't mind him being in this game too. Don't know what his cart would look like. Maybe he'll have an interesting gimmick where he copies other people's cars. I don't know. So maybe you'll get a random car to use in when you pick him. That might be quite cool, actually. I think like that could have been a thing where, because in Sonic Battle, I think you could edit Emerald in your own as your own little character, and I think he'd sometimes share a different character every time you pick him. It'd be at random. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played Sonic Battle. But I know you could sort of mod him in a way where he plays as a certain character you prefer. So, or kind of like Mokujin in Tekken, where you pick him and he's always a random character where he plays as like Jin Kazama randomly. You pick him again, he's like, I don't know, he plays like Jack X or something. I don't know. So something like that for Emerald I think would be really cool, where he copies people's cars, takes inspiration from someone's car, and that's how you drive him. So it could be a speed car, it could be a flight car, it could be a power car. Something like that. I think that'd be really cool. So yes, Emerald for my main wish list. So they're the characters I would like to see the most come in to the base game. Now, moving on to characters I would like to see, but I wouldn't be too disappointed if they don't make the cut. But these are like my runner-ups, basically. So characters I wouldn't say no. Tangle and Whisper. They're new I say new, but they've been around for a while now in the comics. But they're new-ish characters that people seem to really come to adore, and they've been put into the Sonic Forces Speed Battle mobile game as well, I believe. And they're really compelling characters. I think Tangle and Whisper, if they're not gonna put them in a mainline game anytime soon, I don't see why this can't be their proper debut game. You know, outside of the mobile games. I think it'd be really cool. Because why not? Imagine what I don't know if they have, because I haven't really played Sonic Forces Speed Battle or anything like that, so I don't know if they have any voices. I don't know if they have dialogue. Don't know if they talk in that game. So this could be their first game where they could talk. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong on that. I most likely am, but if you guys want to see those guys too, I don't see why we shouldn't. So I'm 100% down for these two to come in. If not, oh well, I'm not going to be too upset. Same with Xena. I think it's Xena. It'd be nice to have another female character added to the roster, because obviously Tangle and Whisper are female characters. So I was trying to think of other female characters to be put in the game, because we only have like 3 most likely candidates, like Blaze, Rouge, and Amy, and possibly Cream and Wave. But I wouldn't mind a few more, like Xena. If they wanted to put in a more of a canon character to join with Zavok, I'd say Xena would be fair enough to make it to the roster. So, but if she doesn't make it, oh well, I wouldn't be too fussed either way, as long as I get my other characters. But same with Trip. Trip recently debuted in Sonic Superstars. She seems to be a very loved character. I assume she was kind of a cutie character. She's kind of a sweet character. She's just appeared in the Knuckles Anniversary comic, which was really cool. I don't know if they'll give her a modern design, because obviously everyone else is going to have a modern design. It's a modern Sonic game, so I don't know if she's got a modern design yet. I don't know if there's been a Sonic Channel design of her. I've only seen her in her classic form. So her cart could be interesting. Maybe her cart could look like a dragon. It could look like her super form, which basically turns into a dragon. So I think she'd be quite interesting. She'd be a nice new addition to the game, if they want to sort of implement her a little bit more. If they're not going to do anything else with her outside of Superstars, so I don't see why not. I don't know if she's in the Sonic Forces game either, but I wouldn't say no to her if she ends up being in this game too. So I'm giving her a thumbs up on that one to make it to the game. If not, oh well. Same with Chip. Chip is a very loved character. I think it'd be really cool to see. I was thinking of putting him in my main wish list, but I thought he's kind of the least likely. I wouldn't be too fussed if he doesn't make it through, but I think his cart could look like one of the Dark Gaia temples that looks like a type of car, maybe, I don't know, but it has the head of the Dark Gaia, not Dark Gaia, all the temples that fuse into the big giant golem he turned himself into, like Gaia basically, and it could show the head as like the front of like the cockpit basically, and Chip's just sort of popping out of it, so like driving it. So I wouldn't mind that. I think that would look really cool. Just give us something fresh, unique, and something we wouldn't expect. I think that'd be really cool. So yeah, they are my run-up characters. Tangle, Whisper, Xena, Trip, and Chip. So yeah, I would like to see those guys come in. If not, oh well, I wouldn't be too upset. As long as I get my main wish list, hopefully. I have a feeling none of these characters in my main wish list will come through, apart from like the obvious ones, but oh well. Now, for my maybe characters, I put the rest of Deadly Six in here because I don't think we need the rest of them. Zavok makes the most sense. Xena could be a potential runner-up, or I guess Zaz would be most likely as well. To be honest, I think he'd be more of a runner-up more than Xena, I feel like. But I'd rather have Xena, just because it's another female character. The rest of Deadly Six, I'm not too fussed about. Maybe they could be with Zavok as like some sort of super attack support. I don't know, I don't know, because obviously Team Sonic Racing had like ultimate like attacks, not attacks, but like they were like super slipstreams of some sort. They were like super boosts of some sort. So I don't know if Zavok's ultimate like boost could be like the Deadly Six appearing behind him and sort of like ready to attack the rest of the races when they go past everyone. So maybe they could be used for that. I don't know. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not really fussed about playing with the rest of the Deadly Six. I've put Marine in maybe as well, just because we haven't really seen her in a long time. But I wouldn't be fussed if she's not in it at all, because I don't really remember her being that special of a character. I mean, bear in mind, I've actually not played Sonic Rush Adventure, so I don't know what she's like, and I barely remember seeing a playthrough. So, but I don't know if she was that much of a loved character. But so I've put her in maybe for now, in case some of you out there happen to want her in. So, same with Styx. Styx, I almost put in I wouldn't say no, but I thought, you know what, I don't. Boom was. I want to say Boom wasn't really that loved, but I know there's actually quite a few fans out there that did enjoy Boom. The TV show, at least, not the games. So I know there's a bit of love for that show. I wasn't a fan, I have to be honest, but Styx was mentioned in Sonic Frontiers, because Amy mentioned her. So she is part of the mainline world, so she could come into this game if they really wanted to, as a surprise character. So I guess I wouldn't say no to her, but I'd rather put maybe, because I'm not really that fussed if she doesn't make it through. So if she does, cool. If she doesn't, whatever, I'm not fussed. Now, on to my special mentions, characters that I'm also not fussed, but could make potential DLC. You can't really see his face here at the moment, but Eggman Nega. I should probably specify, I've actually put some of these characters here as special mentions, possible DLC, but maybe skins for certain characters, because we've had Shadow Skin and Shadow Generations from the movie. So maybe Eggman Nega could be Eggman's skin, because he doesn't really need to be a separate character. He could be just a skin for Eggman. I think that'd be really cool. Nice little nod to Sonic Rush. So that could be really cool. Same with his Eggman Boo. Maybe his Eggman Boo could look like Eggman Nega's. I can't remember if Eggman Nega actually had his own one, but yeah, I wouldn't say no to Eggman Nega being a skin rather than a DLC, like an update skin of some sort. Mighty and Ray, now obviously that they were in Sonic Mania. They were in Sonic. I was gonna say Sonic Origins, but they weren't. But they were in the animation for Sonic Mania, I think. Yeah. I don't know if they were in the comics lately either. It's been a while. I can't remember what they've last been in. But Mighty and Ray, since they've come back in a game, in a modern classic game-ish, I don't see why they can't bring them in for this. I think they'll make more sense for DLC, because they're special characters. They're characters you wouldn't expect to come back. So Mighty and Ray, 100%. I wouldn't mind as DLC. If not, oh well, never mind. Same for Knack, Bark, and Bean, because Knack, he was in Sonic Superstars, so he could easily come back in this game if he wanted to. Don't know if I was going to say Mighty and Ray. I was going to say these three characters would they be given a modern design? Because obviously, or would they stay in their classic designs? I was going to put classic Sonic, but I don't know if he's needed. I'd rather he's not a DLC. I'd rather, if they wanted to put him in, just put him in the main wish list. I don't want him in the main wish list, but if they wanted to put him in the base game, then fine. But I kind of hope he's not. But Mighty, Ray, and Knack, don't know if they'll have modern designs, but we've seen them in modern designs in the Archie comics. don't know if they'll give them modern designs now. I wouldn't say no for them to be in DLC, and Knack would have his sort of kind of mobile, but with wheels. So that'd be really cool to see. Bean and Bark, they're not really needed, but I put them there just to go with Knack. But I wouldn't be too fussed. They're probably the least I want on this DLC special mentions list, basically. Honey the Cat, she was in that re-release of Sonic the Fighters, I believe. So it'd be kind of cool to see her come back, and just to have her to come back in a racing game would be really cool. But again, I'm not really fussed. She's not really that popular of character, but I know there's some people that did like her. She was in the old Archie comics. I don't know if she was in the... She hasn't been back in the IDW comics yet, but it'd be cool to see her come back. Neo Metal Sonic, I was going to put either maybe or wouldn't say no, considering there's also a lot of love for him. And obviously we just had Metal Madness in Shadow Generations, or Metal Overlord, I can't remember. He could be a skin for Metal Sonic, but obviously would he talk? So I don't know, he either a skin or a DLC, but I put him as a special mention just for argument's sake. If you guys really want Neo Metal Sonic, let me know in the comments below. I feel like they might make a big deal out of Metal Sonic, considering for what's to come in possible Sonic franchise in the next couple of years. I'm trying to be very subtle there, but if he doesn't make it through, oh well. At least we got Classic Metal Sonic. Classic Metal Sonic makes the most sense. General, so like I said earlier, Emerald made the most sense to me to put in the main character roster. General could easily be a skin if they really wanted to. It would just be a really cool color scheme, basically. So yeah, General for more of a skin for Emerald, basically. To Carl, I almost didn't put her on this roster just because she's not really needed. Not really needed, but it was more of a special mention, if anything. So to Carl, maybe. Don't really know what her cart would look like either. I keep saying cart instead of cars, but it's like it's Mario Kart, but it's not. They actually do have cars, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what Takal could have, why she would be in it. I just gave her a special mention because it's another female character, because why not? And the movie characters, movie Sonic, movie Tails, movie Knuckles, and movie Shadow. Just because we've had movie Shadow as a skin for Shadow in Shadow Generations, so it'd be cool if they did something like that again in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, considering how peak the movie has been lately. So it'd be cool if Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow had their movie skins make a return. Well, I say return, because actually no, yeah, they would technically return because they are in the Sonic Forces Speed Battle mobile game. So I don't see why they can't do that again for this game. So yeah, that is basically my roster. I was tempted to put Jim Carrey's Eggman as a skin or a separate character. I know there's been talks of, funny talks of maybe Agent Stone being a character for this game to play as. I think that'd be really funny, actually. Maybe Tom. He could have his, God, I don't even know how that would look. He could have, I was going to say he could have his sheriff car, like the police car, but I don't know how that would look. Because we don't know what kind of characters to expect, really, for this game. Is it just going to be Sonic-centric? Are they actually going to make use of the name itself, being Crossworlds, and actually crossing dimensions into the movie universe, stuff like that? Having characters come from that universe to this game, going to different timelines we haven't seen in a while, going to Blaze's world, stuff like that, like I've mentioned before. Don't know. Until we've seen actual gameplay and more trailers to do with the game, this is the roster I'm going with for now. So I don't want to get ahead of myself of what other characters expect. But if there's characters on this roster I've put together that you don't see but want to see yourselves, let me know in the comments below who you would have picked instead, or who you would swap around, or who you'd like to see. Are there any other characters I've missed that I should have on this roster too? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you have enjoyed this video, please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel, as it would really help me out. I'm looking forward to doing more Sonic videos for you guys now that we have a new game on the way. Hopefully there'll be a new trailer coming soon. But until then guys, take care, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.